Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to go over price action structures and patterns. This is kind of my go-to style in trading. Uh, I have many people asking me about how I trade and what do I see in the market, and I thought I'd make a quick video on how I do my analysis and how it has benefited me in my trading career to analyze the market this way. Okay, so make sure you tune into other videos I have. They're all gonna work very interrelated, so make sure you check it out on TradingView or YouTube. So let's go. I'm gonna use Kiwi Swiss as example. So Kiwi Swiss, excuse me, this is on the higher time frame weekly. I'm seeing this as a double bottom, and we do see a price slowly move up to the upside. Overall, on a weekly, I still see this as a channel structure. And if we zoom into the daily chart, how I'm seeing here is a potential double top. Okay, in my kind of trading style, the price doesn't have to completely hit the double top in any way. To me, it just has to be in the relatively area, and then we see how what kind of structures and patterns that would develop in this area to make me think that this is a potential double top, and we might see more continuation and it continue down this way. Okay, so let me go into the intraday charts, which will give you a more insight on how I see structures and patterns. So here, this is the 4-hour chart on Kiwi Swiss. So this was the same double top that I mentioned earlier on the higher time frame. So what I'm seeing, right, in terms of price action structures and patterns. Uh, in my other videos, I think you guys would know that I'm looking for continuations, right? So I'm always looking for continuation because that is how the market moves. Okay, so if we just seeing this piece along here, we're seeing this is a very strong impulse, very strong sell impulse, followed by a strong sell impulse. Naturally, market needs something such as a correction, such as some kind of structures or pattern to correct this move, and then before the next move can happen. Okay, this is how I keep seeing the market, how I utilize multi-time frame analysis and price action structures and patterns to my full advantage. Okay, so always looking for a continuation correction and always looking for the next impulse. That is how I trade. Okay. So if we zoom out a little bit, if we're just going looking at the past previous price action, just as a some uh, kind of historical data to prove and show you that why price action works and why does the market move that way. Okay, so if we zoom out right here, we see this strong kind of massive impulse down from this is from COVID, right? Everyone remember this from mid-February or so. So pretty much every market suffers in a bearish move. So and we're seeing that after a bearish move, we're seeing a potential continuation correction, right? This is prices in this larger structure right here, right? So normally we expect to see an impulse correction and an impulse, right? And this is why price action is so important, pairing them with multi-time frame analysis because they work together. Okay, so let me explain this why. We have this move down, so naturally, like I said, we're looking for continuation correction, and then we're searching for the next sell. However, this is where if you're going down to different time frame, you'll realize that hey, so as the price is forming this structure right here, price is also moving correctively upwards. So you're going to have an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and the next impulse. Okay, and you're seeing that price is going to do that over and over again, what we call structures within structures or patterns within patterns, right? So expect naturally when price reaches around this area, everyone is should be looking for a sell, something like this, because this move is the impulse and this is the correction, and we're looking for the next impulse. But here is what looking at the market, waiting for confirmation is so important. Although I understand that I'm looking for this the next move down, but is the price action over in this area here? Is it showing you a potential sell opportunities? To me, it's not because we're looking at all these impulse, correction, impulse, right? You're looking at this as a potential another correction to push the price up, and we're seeing another correction to push the price up. So even though you think that an impulse naturally follows by a correction, that's not how the market works on every single time, right? Just have to understand that it's a probability, right? Yes, a very high chance we're going to get an impulse correction impulse, but sometimes the market doesn't do that, right? Market forms a structural and then actually push the price up. It doesn't mean that uh, it doesn't work. It just simply means that in this stage right now, during this time, the market isn't having enough sell momentum here to push the price down. Okay, so let me keep going here. Let me go into kind of the reason price action. So the price didn't go down right here, but we do see a move to the upside. Okay, so we do see this kind of uh, ascending channel formation going up, and then here is kind of the last piece of the price action here, which is the relatively important part. So we have that impulse, like I said, I'm looking for that continuation, right? And what's different between this impulse continuation versus this larger impulse continuation? Well, I'm looking for confirmation, right? See, we're looking at this piece of right here, and over here, I'm mentioning look for more downside, right? We wait for some sort of correctional structure to develop here, right? It has to give me confirmation that this impulse correction is going to end and we're going to see the next impulse, right? So waiting for that correction to finish is super important. Waiting for that confirmation to finish is super important. Okay, and this is why I do see this as a completion of a pattern, of a structure, and we're looking for continuation, right? So as the price break out of this structure, I'm naturally looking for any type of lower time frame correction, right? And then adding to the sell, right? It's very simple that way, right? Why? Because I already see the breakout from this structure. This is all the confirmation I need to take a short down. Okay, expect the price to hit at least to the lows of this structure. So completing this structure and then potentially continue impulse down, making this impulse correction impulse. Okay, that is how I see price action. That is how I see structures and patterns, and they just repeat over and over again in the market. It doesn't matter which pair you look at, it doesn't matter which market, forex, stock, equity, crypto, it doesn't matter what you're looking at in the market, you're going to see this kind of patterns and structure over and over again. So zooming out a little bit out here. So remember earlier I said, oh, this impulse correction didn't have the impulse. Look again, guys. If we look at this pattern as a whole like this, wouldn't you agree that if we zoom out to the daily, that this becomes a strong impulse, this becomes the correction, and we're still going down, right? And this is why multi-time frame analysis works. What we what we what we are as a trader, what we don't know or what we're not confirmed is how big and how long this correctional structure will be, right? My first kind of forecast thinking that this is the impulse and this is the correction and we're going down from here. However, the correction isn't finished. You can see that the correction extends now into a longer kind of a channel structure, but overall, this is still the impulse, this is still the correction, and we're looking for the next impulse. Okay? So that's how I look at price action, structures, and pattern. This is how I do my analysis on any kind of market. Every day when I look at the market, this is what I do. And this is how I zoom in and zoom out based on multi-time frame analysis as well. And that has given me a total change perspective in trading, total different result. And I hope to pass on these knowledge information to traders out there as well. So feel free to comment and ask question if you so, and I will chat with everyone next time. Thank you.